Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Anthony Lee with Anthony's Astrology, and today I present the Basic Astrology 101, Facts, Fiction, and Analogies. If you are unfamiliar with the channel, I am Anthony Lee, astrologer, and down below you can see my information for my Facebook and my email if you would ever like to contact me for charts or anything astrology related. But on this channel, I am doing free courses about astrology and further understanding astrology. So today, with the facts, fiction, and analogies, let's go ahead and look at the zodiac and sun signs. Fact or fiction? The zodiac and sun signs are the same thing. Turns out that is fiction. Most people, when referring to their sign, are unknowingly referring to their sun sign. This is the zodiac that your sun was in at the time you were born. So, sun sign astrology. Fact or fiction? Astrology is only about sun signs in the horoscopes and newspapers, which is where most people are introduced to astrology, is by reading the horoscopes, by trying to find their sun sign, which some people may refer to as their zodiac, in the newspaper to read more about their possible day or year and stuff like that. But this actually is fiction. Sun sign astrology was created in the 1930s by R.H. Naylor. This was due to his prediction of an airship that had crashed, which is the R-101, I believe, and needed to create a more simplistic form of astrology for his readers, because he was really influxed with people really wanting to have him do readings for the paper. So, in needing to create a more simplistic form, he started to just use sun signs because it was a lot more basic. Professional astrologers, however, tend to dislike its use due to the misconceptions about astrology. It leads to inaccuracy and has non-astrologers, or people who really don't know about astrology or understand astrology, tend to reject astrology and label it as fake or just for fun because of sun sign astrology. So unfortunately, because sun sign astrology became so popular that so many people only understand sun sign astrology and don't realize that it's much bigger than just what a sun sign is. So there's so much misinformation and misconceptions about astrology due to the fact that we're using a very, very small portion of what astrology is. So your sign. Fact or fiction? In Western astrology, the sun sign is often referred to by most as their birth sign. This is a fact. While in Western astrology, using only sun signs, this is true. In other parts of the ancient world, like Rome, actually used their moon sign to identify as their sign. This was the zodiac the moon was in when they were born instead of the sun. So, while many people, however, they are using sun sign astrology when they identify as their sign of where they're actually using where their sun was, but in ancient Rome, they refer to their sign based off of their moon. And that was actually a lot harder to calculate than calculating the sun because of how fast the moon goes from zodiac to zodiac. If astrology is not sun signs, then what is it? Astrology is a complex system discovered by many ancient civilizations thousands of years ago. And yes, thousands and thousands of years ago. So it is a very old, uh, complex system, or you could refer to it as a science even before science was understood and labeled as such. Throughout time, it has been refined, tested, studied, and better understood. And this is by doing charts for people, thousands and thousands of people over thousands and thousands of years, to accumulate to, I'm sure, millions of people study for their birth chart to ascertain or gain the information we understand from birth charts and various other types of charts and information in astrology. It is uncertain, but many believe that the ancient Babylonians were the first to discover it. Between the Babylonians, Egyptians, the Chinese, um, the majority of the ancient civilizations, we can't be 100% clear that if it was the Babylonians or not, but as far as we can tell with carbon dating and other things like that, it's probably most likely that the Babylonians were the first to discover astrology. Now, astrology uses all planets, and even some asteroids, to help us understand a person beyond the basic understanding of someone's personality, which is their sun sign. So the sun sign just says, here's your personality. But because we're not exactly just a personality, that we have feelings, emotions, goals, dreams, the way we react with society, how people see us versus how we really are, and how we interact with different groups from family and friends and connecting and making relationships and various things like that that aren't really told by just a personality, in a limited version at that. Later on in the series, there's going to be a lot more information about sun signs and how complex it can get in the Advanced Astrology 101. So, a really good analogy that I've come across while reading, and really kind of helped me understand what astrology is really, or how to better understand astrology, was, have you ever shaved with the aid of a mirror, or know someone who has? Now, me being uh, a male, I shave my facial hair. So I use a mirror as shown in the image. Maybe you're a female and perhaps use a mirror to shave your legs or what have you, or you know someone that shaves in a mirror or understand the idea of someone shaving in the mirror. Imagine the person shaving cuts themselves while shaving. Did the mirror cause the person to injure themselves? Of course not. It just reflects what is happening to you as it's happening. So it's not causing anything to happen, but just reflects what's happening as it's happening. Now, astrology is like a cosmic mirror, except you can see what may happen, and I do want to stress what may happen before it happens, and have a chance to choose a different outcome. Astrology is not fatalistic, um, meaning that whatever it says might happen is actually gonna happen regardless. Like, this is the way it's going to be, but it says this may happen. So if you're shaving in the mirror and you cut yourself, but you see it a day in advance, for example, does that mean that the mirror is giving you options, or is the mirror going to cause you to cut yourself the next day because you've seen it, so it's going to happen. No. It says, this is where things would lead to, but because you've seen in advance, you have the opportunity to take control and give yourself options of what to do. You could change nothing and shave and cut yourself. You could maybe get a different razor, or decide not to shave, or be more careful shaving. A lot of different things, but you're able to create so many different options for yourself, especially knowing in advance what may or may not happen. You're able to have a better idea of where to control where things are going if you don't like the outcome. And if you like the outcome, that's great. You're able to actually see where things are going, like the outcome, and have a good chance for those things to actually happen. So where do I go for where do I go from here? There's so much information, and now you understand that there are misconceptions and misunderstandings, and you may have learned quite a bit of what astrology isn't, a little bit of history and stuff from this channel and what astrology is. And but where do you go? What do you do with this information? How do you really know more, understand a more in-depth version of astrology? Well, on this channel, I will continue to provide information about astrology to help you know all about astrology in my free courses. So the Basic Astrology 101, the Advanced Astrology 101, and I'm still working on another category that I won't list yet because it's still kind of in the works of what the other category will be. Well, there will be several different free courses in my astrology groups on my YouTube channel. I also have my own astrology service where I create birth charts, charts to help with relationships, or to answer questions by using your birth chart, and various other charts and information using astrology to aid people. Are you or someone you know interested in getting a chart done? Well, be sure to contact me, Anthony Lee, on my Facebook page, and definitely be sure to go ahead and follow all my activity there for any kind of additional information about astrology, and see all my videos on YouTube on my Facebook page as well. And if you have any questions and want to know more information and correspond with me, be sure to email me at anthonysastrology@gmail.com. And as always, have an awesome day.